I'm a huge Disney fan, and I love the old cartoons Walt made, with one of them being Oswald, the Lucky Rabbit. For those who don't know, Oswald is a cartoon before Mickey even existed, with him having rights taken away from Walt, creating the Go Lucky Mouse we know. Most cartoons of that era were lost, especially the Oswald ones. I really hate to think about that, because the lost episodes' names sound really cool. But then I remembered I have a huge stash of old Oswald cartoons. Maybe there's a lost one there. So I went to my dad's house to get the Oswald VHSs. While looking in the stash, one caught my attention. Without hesitating, I grabbed it. I noticed its label had written text, which was written with what seemed like a Sharpie. It said,
Oswald. Rabbit.
There sure wasn't an Oswald episode with that name in the internet nor the wiki. But I found one. Not only is it insane I found lost media, but imagine how much money and praise I can get from it. I decided to take it home to take a closer look in the episode myself. I put in the tape on the VHS player, but it quickly ejected. Very weird, but I thought of a plan. I decided to visit a VHS restoration store that conveniently was in my street. I went there and asked the guy in the shop to analyze it. He agreed in that it could take a few hours or a day for the restoration, so I left the tape with him. He contacted me back a day later, saying he got it working somehow, but he couldn't eject it. I decided to go to the shop. When I got there, several police cars were in the area. Apparently he was forced to watch everything, being glued to his seat. Then after the episode, as I got told by the police, his eyes and brain exploded. I think we both know he died. The officers said that they were going to destroy the tape before more people got injured. But before he could take it away, I begged for him to give the tape back, because there was no way I would lose a chance of getting money. After some convincing, I got it. You might be saying that this was a very dumb move to get the tape that killed someone, but come on, I could sell it for a lot of money. What else could I want? My next plan, so I can get money off this killer VHS, was by converting it into an MP4 file in my PC and transferring it to DVD. I did the whole process, which took a while, and when it finally was done, I started to watch it on my PC. The episode starts off with a title card that was a bit hard to see. From when I saw, Oswald was basically faceless. He had a saddened expression and was the only one there. And the title card was named
Oswald the Lucky Rabbit
and slowly faded into the episode. It cuts to what seems like a bar. Oswald walks in and spots Fanny. He immediately runs there and starts to do some tricks to win her over. But Pete, who is next to him, punches Oswald away, looks at Fanny and suggests a kiss, which she responded by looking away from him angrily. Pete got mad and grabbed her wrist and tried forcing her to kiss. Oswald gets up after getting his head unstuck from the ground and sees what's going on. He starts to argue with Pete, who runs off with Fanny. Oswald quickly follows in his bicycle and starts throwing random things at Pete. But those attacks fail and Pete starts to taunt him. Oswald starts fuming. Text flashed on screen very quickly. After finally getting to pause on the right frame, the text said, I assumed this was Oswald's mind talking to him, since in the next frame he changed expressions to holding his head in what seemed pain. He brushed it off and continues the whole following Pete thing. They see a cliff. Oswald has an idea. He thought of it and it played off like this. He would taunt Pete, making him dash towards him, then make it to the cliff, grab Fanny as quickly as possible as Pete falls to his demise and they kiss. So Oswald started the plan and taunted Pete, Everything plays the same from the plan until the cliff scene comes in. Pete falls to his demise, as Oswald thought he would, but then after he does, he realizes that Fanny wasn't there with him, meaning she fell with Pete. Oswald in panic looks down, but it seemed too late. The cut to a shot of Pete floating in the water with the car next to him. Oswald sighs, thinking Fanny swam away, as he makes his way to the beach next to where Pete presumably died. He finds out she had a more gruesome death, being met with a very terrifying sight. Fanny was seen stabbed by a huge thin spike, with blood and organs covering it. He stands there just staring. The background starts to fade to black. Oswald falls on his knees and starts to cry a lot. Finally, it cut to black. The next scene cut to Oswald sitting in the corner of a room. He was destroyed. He didn't cry either. He just kept doing the same terrified expression as it zoomed in at his face. He looked at a picture of Fanny. Oswald closed his eyes and an idea seemed to have popped up. He grabs his near telephone and calls a number and starts talking until the scene fades to black. Oswald is seen sitting in a room with a few people. A cat leaves the room near Oswald and a mouse seems to call Oswald into the same room. Apparently he scheduled a therapy session. Oswald starts to speak about his personal problems and how he lost his loved one, saying it in a terrified and guilty manner. He quickly starts crying. The therapist asks how the whole thing even happened. Before Oswald gets to even explain, the scene just cuts to black, with the next scene literally cutting to the therapist falling to his demise with no context whatsoever. Oswald sees this with an ordinary face like he's used to it, and walks away from the room into the lobby, where everyone is seen as soulless corpses, with Oswald only walking away. When he reaches the door, the scene cut to black. The next scene cuts to the top of a building. A feminine voice starts to speak.
You killed me. It's only fair you die as well.
Oswald sees how huge the building is. He closes his eyes and makes a pose where it seems like he's going to swim. Before he does anything, the scene cuts to black. But sound effects like a wind one and a cartoony splat can be heard with tense music as well. The next scene was really hard to see, and I had to pause it to get a closer look so I really see it. For when I got to see it, it was something that looked like Oswald's dead corpse on a sidewalk. The next scene was a white void. Oswald, who looks like he fell on the ground, opens his eyes and thinks he's alive still. He got really angry and started punching the floor with an angry face. After that, he finally got up. Animation stopped there. There was only storyboards and text from now on, but no voice lines whatsoever. Here's what the text read.
Insert Oswald turning head here. Rabbit God voice actor in the scene needs to say,
Calm down, little one. It's not a dream. Follow me and I will help you.
and Rabbit God image for animation reference.
I did save the image of the rabbit god, but sadly lost it recently. From what I remember, his design looked really unnerving. It looked like an accurate angel and rabbit mix. The next thing was the end credits, where instead of being themed for Oswald, it showed
End.
in a sketch of an open grave with Oswald's corpse being seen on it. The background was pure white too, making me think it was probably drawn on paper. But before I could do anything in that tape, it cut to black as Fanny's face appeared in a black void. Text appeared saying
20.
And it kept going down and down. And this is what happened to the guy, huh? After the whole countdown happened, nothing happened actually. Maybe the tape itself was cursed or something. Well, sadly I couldn't convert it to DVD because after watching it, the video got deleted from my PC. Dang it. No more money for me then. But hey, look at the upside. I found a lost episode of an old cartoon. What are the odds? One last thing before I sign off. I've been seeing a few weird-looking rabbits when I go outside for walks. But that's all the effects it had on me. If you find it, good for you. convert it fastly, and gain money.